You're on.
Okay. So Romy's not feeling very good tonight, so she's left it up to me, and hopefully you'll get something out of it with me in charge. So as you all know, we had a convention this last week, and one of the very first things, and by the way, if you didn't see my post in Rockstars, it was really, really, really good to see all you guys. That's the highlight of convention for us, is seeing all of you. I mean, all the other stuff's great, but there's nothing like seeing family that you only see once or twice a year, and meeting new family. We had a blast. We just couldn't wait to get there the next day to see who we were going to see and hug, and it's just, the love that you guys show us is unbelievable, and we're very grateful and humbled by that, and we just love you guys, and we're glad to have you on our team. So that being said, one of Romy's things that she wanted us to do tonight was to share what was your favorite parts of convention. I know some of you weren't there, and that's why she wants to do this. Is a big reason for it is so that you people that didn't go to convention can get a little glimpse of what we had. You'll never be able to appreciate convention entirely unless you go. I'm sure everybody here that went will tell you that same thing. And it's a proven fact that your business will grow if you attend convention and leadership and as many events as you can. So I'm just going to go by who's on my screen and call on you. Guess who's first? Tracy, you were at convention. What was your favorite part? Was this your first convention or second?
This is my first convention.
Okay. So
Yes.
as a first-time attendee, give us your takes.
I think my biggest take is just the way that the company is being run, and really working to make it a win-win-win for everyone, from the grower to the distiller to us to the company itself. You know, that it's run with such great integrity that I was just so really impressed, and then how we go back to make their lives better in all sorts of ways. That's what I'm really impressed with, and as well as the other humanitarian efforts, our other partners, I think are just phenomenal. So I could just say everything.
Yeah, I don't think anybody could dispute the fact that doTERRA is probably, well, in my opinion, it's the biggest company that pays it forward.
Yeah.
From the integrity of the owners have a heart that they want everybody in doTERRA to succeed. I mean, and you can tell that the number one thing that they did was set up the compensation plan so people were actually going to make money and make really good money. It's the best compensation plan of any MLM out there. But then put on top of that the co-impact sourcing, the Underground Railroad, and Mentors International, all those Healing Hands, all those different things that they're giving back with. I don't think there's a company equal to that anywhere. So, Iris, you're next.
Okay. Mine was a little, well, I'll start over. This was my fourth convention, and I'm always with the team somewhere or another. And this year I decided to every session sit with a different person, a different team, and during the breaks to have lunches with other stroke survivors, because I am a stroke thriver. And so this year it was a lot lower key. And of course I had to be low key because on this Saturday my daughter's getting married, and she said, don't come home and end up in the hospital. So I obeyed her very, very much.
Good girl.
Thank you. The thing that really impressed me was, this showed up especially during my walks every morning. Every session, I walk the outskirts of the Salt Palace Convention Center of the room, and I pray for everybody that's in there, and find workers that I can go up to and tell them to have a good day, and just, we appreciate what you're doing. And this time, and I've done this for 3 years, this time there were God drops. And by that I mean presence that God was giving me the whole time. By the end of Saturday, well, before I was saying, have a great day. I am so grateful for what you're doing. By the end, by Saturday afternoon, they were coming up to me and saying, have a great day. I appreciate what you're doing. And I made a lot of friends this convention that I haven't made before. And then one other thing. On Tuesday, I rode a bus with 50 Nebraskans from along Interstate 80 to Salt Lake. And on that bus, maybe 5 or 6 different things I realized were God drops, God giving me a gift. On Wednesday, there were 10, 11. On Thursday, there were 26. On Friday, I stopped counting. And Saturday were even more. And Sunday night, or Saturday night, going home overnight, abounding. So that still kind of chokes me up. It really was something to see all of these wonderful little things that God gives us every day. That was my impression.
Cool. Very cool. And I noticed that you were sitting with somebody different every day, and you weren't, you weren't as present with a lot of the rock star stuff. And I think that's great. I mean, for you to that's stepping out of your comfort zone right there. And it's sitting with people that you don't even know and meeting new friends. And that's really cool.
Yeah, it was.
Amanda and Mike.
All right, so I don't think I can just pick one. A few that stand out. One is just being around all of the doTERRA people, whether that's our direct uplines or, everybody just even above there. And it's really cool to be in a place with so many people who are so positive and who really do have hope, and they really do believe in their dreams. That might sound corny sometimes, but for me, it was really refreshing to be around so many positive people for so long. That was a ton of fun. I enjoyed a lot of the science stuff from the APRC, them talking about the different things that they've learned, even from the fingerprint of the different oils, and how they've seen, doTERRA oils really are, provably the best oils out there. and then for me, all of the co-impact sourcing stuff, the story of the lady in Kenya with the pink pepper trees and all that, that really stood out to me as well.
Yeah, he stole a lot of mine. I love the sciencey stuff. I found myself like jotting down phrases and Googling them later, and like, things they didn't say on stage were like the cancer or the cells that they were testing these oils with were like cancerous liver cells from a certain person. And it's just really fascinating to know that like these aren't just like shake your pom-poms kind of like we love our MLM kind of rallies, but they are like, we take the education of our wellness advocates and wellness customers really seriously. And so we want to make sure that you know the whys. I think before going into this, because I know people that do company 4 and people who do doTERRA. And I think that before I had tried to like say, well, your oils are fine and my oils are fine, whatever. And I don't think that anymore, but I also somehow feel like I don't have to argue it either. Like I found through the science, like, the scientists saying we actually couldn't test essential oils like we wanted to test essential oils because there wasn't anything that was like consistent. Knowing that doTERRA even brought like good enough oils to science to be able to test them for people all over the place, like that's really awesome. And that makes it so I don't have to argue for doTERRA or against another company. Like they're so far superior, like doesn't even necessitate talking about.
Yeah, sorry, I'm going to take one more. We had the experience of getting to walk as silvers. So that was something for me. I've kind of just downplayed that, like, oh, I don't care about ranks, and maybe other people like that, but that's not really for me.
Show me the money.
I tell you, yeah, just make money, sweetheart. That's what I keep telling her. But I tell you what, walking out there across that stage and just feeling the energy in that room and looking around. I mean, we were on the screen just for a few seconds, and I look like, I think I'm the president or something. I'm waving at everybody, and Amanda's smiling, and I would tell you guys, don't dismiss that. That was a lot of fun. And so we're planning on walking every year from now on. Maybe right here.
Very cool. Yeah, that was, I talked to Mike after they walked, and he told me that exact same thing, He said, I felt like I was the president up there. There's people cheering and throwing things and dancing, and it's just, it's an awesome thing. And I'm here to tell you, wait till you walk Diamond. That was nothing.
I can't wait. We're looking forward to it.
And you will do it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So next, thank you guys. Neil and Crystal. Do you got good enough internet to talk to us?
Yeah, maybe. Can you hear me? I'm driving right now, so I'll try.
Yep, we can hear you fine.
So the first thing I learned was that if you want some swag, you better pack a bag. Lunch, because you're going to be there all day.
Yeah.
And then I think I'm just going to echo a lot of what people have already said, what Mike said, and just getting to meet everybody, getting to kind of hang out with what feels like family. This was only our second convention, but it was kind of interesting. As soon as we pulled up in the RV park, and everybody was kind of there, and it just felt like immediately a family reunion, like we hadn't been apart any time. So, I love that. I love that all throughout the year we kind of go our separate ways, and of course connect through Facebook and Sizzles and those kind of things. But it's really nice that we're all kind of walking the same path, and when we get together, we can just kind of immediately pick up the friendships and the closeness and the support, and just really encourages you to keep pressing forward, to hear the wins and the struggles and just the kind of similarities in the journey that we're all walking together, for me is a big thing. So that's definitely one of my favorite parts of it. I mean, I love all the science and the.
Your favorite part is the gala.
Yeah, Crystal said my favorite part is the gala. It is. I love music. I love the music, man. It gets me hyped up. That music gets me. I've already found the playlist from the convention, so I'll be playing that all year when I, on one of those hard days, I'll put some of that music on and it'll be good.
Get pumped back up, huh?
Yeah. How much you, Crystal? What you got? Come on.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. So we have two different computers going. But yeah, that's mainly what I was going to say is what Amanda and Mike said, and then just being able to embrace the people who somehow we just love each other because we've gone through that same strife and the same ups and downs, and you just love them because they have that same dream, and that's just powerful. And so you said if you come to convention, your business will grow. Last year, we didn't even know if we wanted to do a convention. And I would just encourage everyone. My upline could not go, so they gave me a ticket last year. And then it had a gala ticket on it. So I went, and then we bought a ticket for Neil to go to gala. And after going, we were so on fire that now we're cool. And this year, I was able to pay that forward and help a friend come. And that just felt so good to be able to do that, and then just to see that light being lit. It's kind of like passing on the torch, kind of. And if you could ever do that for someone, I highly encourage you to do that. It is very powerful to watch someone else's dreams be lit up. So it's just so awesome. I think that's what we love about it.
It is. That's one of the coolest parts for us too. I mean, and definitely for Romy. You guys all know Romy's heart, and I mean that's her biggest thrill. The whole convention is. This year we had the 2 limos, and she was walking on air for a long time before and after, and will continue. But she's walking on air now because she knows there's going to be more than 2 limos next year. So you better start reserving your spots because they're going to be full. So yeah, it's awesome to see other people, especially our team, that, I mean, we've seen people come from pretty much nothing. We have people that have been sleeping on couches before on couch surfing to other people's homes while before they got into doTERRA, and now they're diamonds and blue diamonds. And it's just, your heart almost explodes when you see those things. So, I mean, you guys know that. Kevin. You're up.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I lost you for a while there. It was pausing out, cutting out on me while Crystal was talking. So hopefully cut out. But yeah, I mean, you can say, you can't disagree with anything anybody said. There's a lot of things to love about convention, I think. And it's always been great to get together with everybody, connect with new people, and reconnect with people that you haven't seen for a year or a couple of years. We look forward to seeing everybody at convention more than like a family reunion. I think it's kind of like the same thing for a lot of us. So, but yeah, I mean, I just kind of picked out 2 quick little things that I guess stood out. I try to pick like something that I can use, like an oil use that I can use that I picked up or learned from convention, and that was the rugby guy. I can't ever remember his name. He was talking about using eucalyptus for like processing lactic acid for recovery and stuff, and that's something I've never heard of using that before. So I'm excited for implementing that and playing with that and trying to use it. And then one of the quotes that stuck with me was, success isn't measured by how much money you make, but rather by how many lives you impact. And to me, that just kind of stood out as a reminder to why a lot of us are here, why we're doing this, and why we're aligned with a company that's so important. So I mean, every year we go, I find myself sitting there and going, man, I can't believe what went into building this company and how fast and how amazingly smooth this company has grown and progressed. And like every year things just get bigger and bigger, and they're doing more and more, with, and their vision is so much grander than mine ever was. So I'm extremely pleased to be aligned and working with it and all of you. I mean, this business seems to attract some of the best people that we've had the pleasure of spending our lives with. So thanks for being there.
Thank you. Jackman's.
Hey, man, we enjoyed this convention. It was extra special because Jeff got to come again this year. It was our fourth one. We really love how they want to make a positive impact on the world. And they walk the walk, they talk the talk. They are the change they want to see. With the primary in the clinic, with the healing hands, with the going back sourcing, all down the line. Also, the community. I come from a family business, and I have never had the love and unconditional support as I have with doTERRA. Everyone wants you to succeed. Everyone's happy to see you. Everyone wants to see you be the best you can be. And that's just awesome. And we had, I don't know if you can see Jeff, today we stopped at the doTERRA campus for lunch. We went and ate in their cafeteria, and we ran into a few. We ran into, not yet, you at all. You got evil on your head. Ran into Emily Wright, Dave Sterling, Chris Jowers, and another gentleman, I can't remember his name, but they welcomed us with open arms. They had a conversation with us. We wanted to thank them for the convention and making it extra special on everything they do and contribute and everything. And they, made sure to thank us and told us how important we were to what they were doing too. And that just really, that sense of community and that unconditional love and support comes from the top. And so that was really cool, and just kind of sealed it all up with a nice little bow for us coming to this convention. So, you have anything to say?
That was great. It was especially great to see everybody again. Always love that part.
And he wasn't flat out this year.
Well, thank you. Cinda, you got anything to share with us?
Sure. Am I on there?
Yes.
Okay. It's always amazing and humbling to walk and just be a part of something so much bigger than yourself. But I think one of the most impactful things to me was that I was so amazed by the woman from Taiwan with Lou Gehrig's disease. And one of my dearest friends several years ago passed away from that. And just to know what a tremendous struggle that is, it's a horrific disease to watch someone go through. But to know that not only had she gone silver and gold, but she was in Diamond Club.
Yeah.
And I just thought, you know what, shame on me if this is something I truly want to do and I'm not doing it, because all the excuses are gone. It just was tremendously impacting to me. It's given me a lot to ponder. So it's time to just really, put the foot to the metal and just say, I'm going for it and not hold back. So
Awesome.
that's what I took. So,
Cool.
so thank you.
Cool.
Thanks for all you guys do.
So you want a spot reserved in the limo then, I'm guessing.
Yes, I do. I'll
Karina.
bring my husband too. That'd be perfect.
Yep. There's room for him.
Okay, thank you.
Karina.
Okay, so I'm gonna switch gears. Y'all are really great, and I love seeing everybody. But I loved the co-impact sourcing, and I loved Corey Lindley. You should have seen my husband when Corey Lindley got up there, and he said, we're an agriculture based company. I thought that Russ was actually gonna jump up and go, yeah, because he was pretty excited about that. To think of how many small farmers it takes to give us our oils when you're talking 5 acres at a time and a field of 5,000 acres for a field of geranium to produce as much geranium as we need. And it takes a lot more than that. So that was pretty impactful for us because those that know us know that we do agriculture. So that was huge. It may be easier to do big farms, but we do small farmers so that we make a bigger impact in our world. I love that. So that's just my take on it.
Very cool. Thank you. Sherry, you're up.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. So this was my 4th convention. I love how every year when they do co-impact sourcing and when they do healing hands, it grows. Every year we add on to more of what they're doing and how they're helping with the communities. That's my biggest takeaway, is how much more doTERRA gives to not just their farmers and helping them, give them an education and helping them build buildings and making their lives, a whole lot better, but also doing the other part of it, like with the OUR and the Rafa House and all of that, where they're not just taking the kids out of the sex trafficking, but they're finding them a place for them to stay and be safe. So to me, that touches to me because, a lot of the times you say you want to do something and you only do a small part, but doTERRA is actually doing more than what they want to do. And I'm sure they're going to expand even farther.
Oh, I'm sure. In the years to come, there will be many, many, many more projects. But
right.
Janet.
Hi, everybody. This is that was our 2nd convention, and my takeaway came when Gina Truman spoke, and that was the fact that it didn't matter if somebody just joined doTERRA as a wholesaler or a wellness advocate, or they were a triple blue diamond, that everybody in that room was there for one thing, and that was to help somebody and empower somebody. And that was my one takeaway. Thank you.
Cool. So I've named up, I got one more. Kenzie, your turn.
Kenzie gets us. Okay, I'll share my takeaway.
Kenzie gets a shot.
I think my biggest takeaway this year was probably to give. From the farmer to the company to us to my position. I mean, everyone is in the position to give. We're all so fortunate. Even looking at these people who live in poverty that we're providing water for. Their whole mission in life is to give. And I think that's what really unites us all. And I think sometimes we don't give, right? Because we're not there yet. We're going to give when we get there, right? When we hit that big rank, when we get to that income level, we're going to be the giver, right? And I think my takeaway was, you have enough, you need to give more and give and give and give. And like Gina said, rebuild, right? If you don't have a third leg, we'll rebuild it. If it breaks down again, that's fine. Continue to give and rebuild. So those are my biggest takeaways this year.
Cool. Thank you. So did I miss anybody? Because everybody that I named are people that I saw. And there's a good chance I missed you if you weren't there. But if you were at convention and I didn't call you out, is there anybody or no? I think I got everybody. So what really is amazing to me, not really amazing because I know the group of people we have here, but what was interesting was that not one person out of everybody that was at convention, not one person, the highlight was the products, the new products. And we got an amazing bunch of new products this year that are going to be really, really, really awesome. But not one person mentioned the products, which tells me, I mean, we all have the same heart. We all want to give. We all want to help people. And that's just really, really, really cool. Does anybody that wasn't at convention have any questions? And next year, I want to see all you faces that didn't go. I want to see them at convention. It will change your life. Tracy, am I right? This was your first convention. Is it one of the best things you've ever done?
Yeah, it was. I'm used to a large convention like that and all the rah-rah and that sort of thing. I just really found this to be just very substantial, you know, more than hype, you know. David Sterling is such a solid businessman. You know, that whole team, you know, you think about going from, you know, nothing to $2 billion company in 10 years. That shows tremendous leadership, you know, and where he wants to take us in the future, I think is just, you know, phenomenal. I think we're about ready to just really, really explode.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really do.
Yep. And the interesting thing about all of the owners, not just David Sterling, but and as Christy and Jeff found out today, you know, Romy and I have been down to corporate several times, and we've been in their offices, and it's just like talking to you guys. They are not above anybody or anything else. They invite you into the office, and they stop whatever they're doing, and they'll have just a down-to-earth conversation with you. And every single one of the executives is like that. It's really an awesome company. Any questions, anybody? Everybody's ready to run? It's time to run. It's time to go help people.
Oh, hey, Mark.
Yes.
Hey, this is Don.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question to you, and it's right along with your last statements about the owners being regular people, which it's always been obvious to me. As you may remember, I'm a physician assistant. I work for an orthopedics practice.
Mm-hmm.
I've got got the founding surgeon at my practice is interested. He's using oils in his home. He's like loving them. And we're going to get him to go to the post-convention tour this year. And here in Dallas, we are scheduled to have David Hill, Dr. Hill, as the speaker for post-convention tour.
You couldn't ask for a better one for that.
I know, and that what leads me into this is I'm wondering, is there any way that you think that I'd be able to arrange a meeting face-to-face between my Dr. Bayless and Dr. Hill? Because I know Dr. Hill would be able to sell the science on these oils to Dr. Bayless a lot better than I could. I wonder if that would be something that I could would be possible I could make happen.
I don't have the answer to that.
Dr. Hill has an email address, and you may be able to email him and
Okay.
ask that question ahead of time. And if he doesn't answer it, his assistant will.
Okay. Can
Yeah.
you share that, or is that?
Is that something I can get from doTERRA support?
Yes, it should be right on the page.
Okay, I'll
do
find it.
that.
I'll find it. All right,
I'll
thank
absolutely
you.
do that. Thank you, Karina.
Okay,
Any other questions?
I have one. Can you hear me?
Yes.
This is for Kevin. He mentioned that eucalyptus was used for lactic acid relief, and I was wondering, could he elaborate on that just a little bit?
I mean, he only brought it up briefly, and I made a note of it because I want to look into it and find the study, but all they referred to was that it was an Australian study that was done, and that basically that's where they got the information from. But he basically just said that eucalyptus helped to process lactic acid, so a lot of the athletes were, I think I froze.
No, you're good.
I am? Okay.
Yep.
It's just my video's freezing up then. So, but a lot of the athletes were now utilizing it as part of their recovery process each day to help with the body processing the lactic acid. So basically to help improve and increase recovery time.
Kai, did you have a chance to watch the live streaming?
Yes, I did on a couple of them, and I'm still catching up on a couple of others.
Okay, because I just started watching it today, but I'm sure that that when he was up there talking with the panel, that you'll find it.
Okay.
But it may take you a while.
The speaker was Paul Holmes. He's a presidential diamond. He's the owner and coach of Tiger Rugby. So, was it on Friday that he spoke or Saturday? I think it was Friday, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, but it's Paul Holmes.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Anybody else?
Do you remember what the code is? Oh, I just got it. Never mind. The code to get that live stream for $39, and Dana says it's Dream 20. So that.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that?
Okay. Because there's some things I'd like to watch again.
So if you get that live stream now, how long is it? 2 weeks they let you have it?
2 weeks. Yeah.
Just 1 week after?
2 weeks.
Okay.
But you can still buy it now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And may I ask how do you go about getting that?
If you just go to doterra.com, there's a banner for it on the homepage.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
/convention. Yeah.
Is there still a banner on the back office?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And they're talking about putting the code in after that, and then you'll get it for the $39.
That's correct.
Well, I highly recommend anybody that didn't go to convention, your $39 will be well spent. You'll get to see everything but Hugh Jackman. And
Oh, but that's on too.
oh, it is?
Yeah.
I thought they weren't going to put that on the live stream.
That's not on the live stream. You can get it on Facebook. I mean, it's everywhere else, but it's not part of the replay from doTERRA.
Right. I watched it on Facebook today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on Vimeo.
Yeah.
Anybody else got anything? Okay.
I know that we all, I know that we all loved our Healing Hands initiatives and all that, but the products were really great.
They are.
The kids line, seeing the empowerment light up in our 7 kids' faces and to have these oils in their hands And the Copaiba soft gels, y'all know that Copaiba is my jam. And having these soft gels to pop a couple of times a day, I am feeling like a zillion dollars.
Cool. Very cool.
And all the rest. I'm sure they're great.
No, I think that new kids line is like amazing. Whoever thought that up, and with the names for the oils, you know, and all that, I think they should probably get a Nobel Prize for that or something. But I was like, wow, that's really, really, really cool. I mean, it's good for old people like me too, thinker and brave and all that. And so I don't have to remember what the other stuff is.
I love the cards that go with it, the flashcards that go with it, because it tells them exactly where to apply it, so they can do it themselves.
So, Amanda, you get your kids really love them. I mean,
yeah, they're
they
super
nuts.
Yeah. So my 3-year-old daughter today, she somehow fell and hit her knee or whatever, and she was, I guess I need rescuer. I was like, you need rescuer, and she grabbed it and put it on. And then my even 1-year-old, she's 22 months old. She had rescuer and calmer, one in each hand, and had them both in her nostrils and was just sniffing. And then my 14-year-old son walked through the room, and my 1-year-old goes, "Hey, Peeper, oils?" And she wanted Peter to get some oils, and so she's my teeniest wellness advocate on our team. And I mean, everybody, and even me, like, they smell so delicious, and there's oils in them that we can't get in other places, and it just blended together so well that it's like you can smell the different oils in them. And I'm specifically thinking about Thinker right now because it's got that rosemary and that peppermint and that clementine and one more thing in it. What was it?
Is it Frank?
It might be frankincense because, of course, like, you can smell all of that, and it smells really great. And it definitely got a lot of work done for me this afternoon, for sure. So really, it's for everybody. It's for everybody. They're fantastic, and they're cute. They're cute.
I'm gonna look. Sorry, can I?
Nope.
Okay, I couldn't afford it, or my finances were going elsewhere, so I did not get a convention kit. How's that? But
that was compliant.
Yes. I am going to grab onto those oils because there they will have everything diluted so nicely. So I won't have to mix anything up anymore. I can just go to those oils. So yes, it's for everyone.
Yep.
Oh, I'm super excited about the Thinker because I cannot stand the patchouli and Intune. So I'm like, yay, one that for focus that doesn't have that.
Good. Anybody else?
I just wanted to throw in something that I don't think anybody mentioned unless you did before I jumped on. I'm incredibly excited about the clinics that are going to be opening.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not friends with all of you guys, but I did a live video, which was such a hot mess because I had a tired little 2-year-old with me, and it was a hot mess. But it's one of the things that, I mean, we see it as this is awesome. These doctors are going to be helping with oils and all that kind of stuff. But one of the things that I'm most excited about it is it's a movement that's going to change the face of medicine overall, because it's going against the insurance companies, which on one hand scares the crap out of me because it's such a huge government thing. That I love it. I do. I absolutely love it. And one of my chiropractor colleagues actually went back to school to be an MD because she wants to work in a doTERRA clinic, as a MD and a chiropractor, which is really cool. But it's good because, we had our sermon on Sunday. We're doing a series on I quit. And the thing that this week's was about was I quit hiding. And then the other part is I'm in a Bible study right now, and we're talking about the no other gods and what's controlling you. What are you spending your time and your energy on and stuff like that. And the insurance company controls how I can practice. So I've been trying to figure out how I can stop. Anyways, my video explains all that. But it's just taking that whole component out of it. Because it does. The insurance company is what says, this is what you can do, this is what you can't do. And it's taking that away, and it's putting the power of your own health in the person again. So it's way more than just oils. It's a really, 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 really good movement. Super excited. And it's probably a good thing I wasn't at convention, because I cried all the time while I was listening to it on live stream. I'm like driving in the car, I have it on, and I'm like starting to bawl. My kids are like, Mom, just turn it off.
Yeah, but you would have been right there with 34,000 other crying people. So it wouldn't have mattered. Wouldn't have mattered at all. But yeah, I think it's going to be pretty interesting to see in the next couple years after these clinics open, and they've been open for a little while. You know, I wouldn't be surprised to see other entities following suit, just because it's needed, for one thing. It's something the pharmacy companies and the insurance companies just have had control for too long, and people are just tired of it. And I think we're going to see a lot more of that type of thing come around. But how great is it that we can be a part of the doTERRA stuff, to be in the beginning again, to see this being lifted off.
Yeah, so I'm super excited. So,
anybody else? I have one announcement to make. I'm going to start, I have a lot of guys and wives at convention come to me and tell me, well, wives are always asking me, how can I get my husband on board? Another one is, a lot of husbands come and say, how can I help my wife? What should I be doing, or what can I do? Or, and in the end, only the wife can answer that. But a lot of husbands are in the same boat. Their wife has started this business. She's made the business basically what it is today. We help a lot, and we help where we can. But a lot of us don't know, and including myself, sometimes I don't know where my place is. Anyway, I'm going to start a men's Sizzle. I don't know exactly what nights. I'm going to start, it'll be a closed Facebook group and a closed Sizzle. And it won't be recorded. So it's going to be a safe place for husbands. But it's just going to be a place we can go and we can talk and we can say, you know, I do this with mine, and this guy does this with his, and we're just going to be able to talk together and try to figure things out. Because I think, and I think a lot of times the husbands are just plain lost. Am I right, Mike? Am I right, Kevin? Am I right, Don?